Hey guys, Connor here at etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Titan tire chains on our 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited with tire size 255/75/17. Our tire chains here feature a magnesium nickel alloy construction, and this is essentially just going to mean they're very durable and they're going to last for the foreseeable future. So our tire chains here feature a square link design. This square link design is going to be great because they're going to provide excellent traction in both snow and ice. Now, in addition to this increased traction, the D-links are also fairly thin. So what this is going to do is it's going to ensure we don't affect too much of the ride quality. Now, these chains here actually have a diamond cross pattern, and this pretty much just means we're always going to have a constant contact patch with the road. If we look at other types of chains like the ladder style, there is going to be some chances there where we're not going to have full contact, therefore they do not provide as much traction. Now, a unique feature about these Titan chains is the yellow coated side chain we see along here. Now, this yellow coated side chain is going to do a couple things. Number one, it's going to help with installation because we're going to be able to see where everything is supposed to line up. It's also going to help when we're untangling our tire chains. Now, this chain here has a coated face, which is essentially going to protect our wheels while we're traveling down the road. And last but not least, when we're handling these chains in the cold, the coating is going to help that make it a little bit easier on us. Now, in regards to installation, these are very simple, and it's definitely going to be something you can do at home by yourself in your driveway. There's no special tools required, and there's only a few connection points, which you can see here at the bottom, one at the top, and then one on the back side of the tire. So again, very manageable and easy to do yourself. Now, if you're like most people, you're probably not going to be using these chains all the time, which is why Titan includes this carrying case for you so we can store the tire chains in the vehicle and use them when needed. Now, this carrying case here is going to come with two chains, one for each side of the vehicle. Our Jeep Wrangler is rear-wheel drive, so we're going to be installing these on the rear. And now that we've gone over some of the benefits and features, let's show you how easy these are to install yourself. Now, to start our installation today, we want to take our tire chains out of the bag here and lay them out in front of us here on the floor. In the meantime, we want to go ahead and just get rid of all the tangles and try to clear all the chains out, lay them out flat and smooth as possible. Now, we do need to make sure of which way we have the chains laying. As we take a look underside on the outside of the chain here, we're going to see the open end of the hook. The open end of the hook is actually going to need to be facing down on the ground for this step. Now that we have the chains laid out in front of us, we've gotten rid of all the tangles, and we've ensured the correct side is facing downward, we need to go ahead and make note of our center point here, which you can see is a section where the two chains split off. But we're going to roughly align this with the center of our tire here, and we go ahead and wrap the tires around the other side, which we're going to do now. So now we may need to crawl under the vehicle here so we can grab our chain on the back side of the tire. And we're just going to pull this around until we find the other side of that center point there. And just roughly align that with the center of our tire. Now we're going to take our two ends of the cable right here. We're going to go behind the tire and sort of over the top, just like so. Then make our connection here. Once we have this connection made, we can go ahead and slide this back to the back of the tire, and then take the rest of our chain and sort of drape this forward. Now, this is the part where we can sort of start to center the chain on the tire so we can get everything lined. Now that we have our tire connected from the back and we have it roughly centered over the tire, we can go ahead and make our next connection, which is going to be done so using this green hook here and then the yellow chain over here. So we just come across here, hook the two together, and there we go. Now that we have our two connections made at the top of the tire, we can then move on to the bottom to make our last connection point. So we want to take our silver lead chain here. We're actually going to loop this through this channel and give it a nice little pull. And then we can take the handle on this silver chain and thread it up through the hoop here. I think we should be able to get the second one. However, some applications you will only be able to get the first hook, and that's perfectly fine. And again, pull the chain to make snug. And then we want to attach this hook end to one of those yellow cross chains up here. Just like that. And now that we have everything loosely installed, we want to go ahead and pull our vehicle forward or backwards, whichever way is going to allow us a few rotations on the tire here, so then we can make any needed adjustments to take out any slack. And now that we have everything installed and we've removed all the slack, we can go ahead and repeat this process on the other side. And that's going to do it for the look at our Titan tire chains on our 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited.